It's our reality, just your average family, trying to be normal and stay out of trouble, living a double life.
What's up? Today we got Thundermans Season 3, Episode 13, He Got Game Night. This episode starts off at the Thunder House where Phoebe yells to Chloe to come down because it's game night. Chloe teleports in and says, "I'm tackling you first." Tells Billy saying she's gonna tackle Billy first. And Phoebe's like, "Yeah, Chloe, it's not football game night. It's not a football game night. It's a family game night. It's a game night. It's a game night where they all get together and have fun as a family." Max says, "Hank and Barb go all out. It's kind of ridiculous." Max, you wear this. I love Max. He's the best. Nora says, then Max gets a notification, a kissing sound effect, and Nora says, "Sounds like his girlfriend Alison is texting him again." Okay, so yes. Yeah. I know that the actors of Max and Alison dated in real life, and apparently were dating when this episode aired. So, yeah. Ryan Newman and Jack Griffo were dating in real life, and dated when this episode aired, apparently. Max says, Alison is not his girlfriend. They're just hanging out, and whoever changed his ringtone, very funny. Seriously. It was very fun. That was very fun, kind of funny. Nora says, "Is Alison coming over so they can meet her? So they can all finally meet her?" What do you mean all? The only people who haven't met her are Hank, Barb, Billy, Nora, and Chloe. Phoebe has been friends with Alison for I don't know how long, and Max started being friends with her in the last episode. So I don't know how them all means. Max says, no way are they going to meet her. She's just coming over to pick up a book to study for the exam on Monday. He doesn't need books because he invented a device to make him smarter. Phoebe says, clearly he hasn't used it yet. Roast. Or bad Phoebe. But still, roast. Then the lights turn off and the spotlight turns on, and Hank says, "Live from the beautiful home in downtown Hinville, it's the Thunderman family game night." Then the lights turn back on. Hank's like, "Welcome everybody. Thank you for so much." He's of course your egotistical host, Hank. Yeah, he doesn't say that. I said that because Hank is egotistical. We have to remind everyone that Hank is a jerk sometimes. And then Hank says, "Of course," and this is your mommy Barb. And Barb says, "Thanks, Hank. It's good to be back." And Chloe says, "Yay, mommy and daddy," which I guess is the thing she says now. She started saying it in the last episode, she started saying yay in the last episode, so I guess it's her new thing besides baby and teleporting. But anyway, so yeah, and Phoebe says, "Aw, Chloe thinks they're cool." Barb says, the game their family will be playing is Who Are They? Hank says, "That's right. The winning team will draw, charade, and sculpt their way to victory." And while he's saying this, Barb does like hand motions to talk about what Hank's do hand motions to what Hank is talking about. It's really weird. Phoebe says, "Just get to the prize wheel," and Nora says, "Maybe you'll finally end a new car." And this is where the episode kind of went out the window for me. They already have a car. They already have one. Remember? The one that Barb has for Barb bought for Hank for an anniversary. Hank bought for Barb on an anniversary. Remember that one? The one we saw them driving in Are You Afraid of the Park? Remember that one? For some reason now they need a new car even though they already have one. It seems like that every time they play this game, even though this is the first time, this is Chloe's first time and the first time we're actually seeing them play this game. This is the first family game night we're seeing, and the first one Chloe is playing. So, I guess the whole thing is like they haven't landed on a new car before, but now but they already have a car. I guess it's just for the plot that we have to say what car and say they need a new one. Billy says he doesn't want it to land on underwear shopping spree. He doesn't need them. Max says, hold on. Chloe doesn't have a teammate for her first game night. And since Chloe loves her big sister Phoebe so much, maybe they should be a team. Chloe says, yay, Phoebe! And Max says, she thinks you're cool. Okay, is that going to be a running gag? Okay, we know there's already a running gag in this episode. Phoebe says, she and Max usually teammates. Who's Max gonna play with? Max says, he could sell for Colosso if he's not busy. Then they all laugh. Yeah, Colosso literally has no life. Then Hank says, who wants to spin the prize wheel? Chloe says, she does. And Chloe teleports and says, you gotta spin to win it, baby. Chloe says, you gotta spin to win it, baby. Ding. And she spins the wheel. Yeah. Barb says it better not land on a new car. They spent half their savings on these cringy outfits. Actually, not. They didn't say that. I said that because Barb's hair and the outfits don't look good. It's really cringe. Hank says it never lands on a new car. The new car is only on the wheel to keep the kids excited about the game. The chances of it landing are 1 in a million. Then the car lands on a new car, and Hank says, "How could this happen?" Colosso is watching this happen with his big magnet. And saying that he wishes he could be happy, but he does not have hands. Meanwhile, after the opening, Max, because this episode is a this episode is a stick in one location story. So yeah. Next episode, we get back to the A and B plots, but this episode, it's just a mainline story. It's just a main plot story. So, after the opening, Max says rigging the wheel was one of their best ideas ever. Freaking out Hank and Barb is just icing on the cake. Colosso says, look at them, they're all like, Hank, how could this happen? Barb, I don't know. Max says, look at their faces. When Hank landed on the new wheel, when the wheel landed on a new car. Yeah, Colosso says, "Wow, Max still has a selfie they took when Max turned him human back in the Hero is Born." Max says, "Of course, they make a great team, and when they win the game night, the car will be theirs." Then Max fantasizes about him being in the new car with him and Alison, because they're really trying to push this whole Max doesn't really like Alison, but he keeps fantasizing about her things. And also that car was taken off of a real location. Don't know where the car came from. Don't know how they filmed the car there, but anyway, yeah. Max says, cruising in the car with Colosso and Alison is going to be so epic. Colosso says, Alison, yeah, that'll be fun. Then Colosso fantasizes about him, Alison, and Max in the car, but this time he pushes Alison out of the car. And Max doesn't even notice. Which was kind of funny that they had to have Ryan Newman literally scream in a fantasy sequence. Phoebe says, "What is Max up to?" First, he convinced her to partner with a 4-year-old, i.e., with Chloe, who's a 4-year-old. Then the wheel lands on a new car. The whole thing smells fishy. And Colossus says, "That's him. He has his new fish. He has new fish spray or fish cologne or something." And Max says, "He didn't do anything to the wheel. Go down his lane and check." Then Max secretly presses a button. Secretly uses his watch to blow up the magnet. Phoebe says, "It doesn't matter. She and Chloe are going to have the best road trip ever." Then Phoebe fantasizes about her and Chloe in the new car. Chloe says, "Next stop, the library." And Chloe says, "Best road trip ever." Okay. Only Phoebe would have a fantasy sequence about her and Chloe going to the mall in the new car. Only Phoebe would have something like that. Phoebe says, her fantasy's right. She should get Chloe to the library quick for a quick study set. No. Keep Chloe away. Chloe, teleport away, please. Teleport away from the library. We only need one Phoebe in the show. We don't need you to turn into a Phoebe Jr. We only have one, and we only have one Brainiac Phoebe on the show. We don't need Phoebe to become a second one. But anyway. Yeah. So Max says, "Is she dreaming about studying?" And Phoebe says, "Is he about to get hit by popcorn?" And then use her telekinesis to make him get hit by popcorn, make Max's popcorn hit him in the face, which is like, why? Max was just asking a regular, normal question. Why did he need to get hit in the face with popcorn? Phoebe, that was you being a jerk again. I don't like that. That was not needed. Max was just asking, of course, a regular, normal question. Is she dreaming about? Is she fantasizing about studying? She could have said yes, or she could have said no. But no, Phoebe went with the random way of, "Hey, is that popcorn about to hit you in the face?" joke, which it was unnecessary. So, yeah. Nora says, "How cool would it be if they had their own new car?" Then Billy and Nora fantasize about being in the new car, driven around by a gorilla named Coco. Don't worry, this gorilla is not gone. He comes back at the end, but I don't know how Billy and Nora were able to own a gorilla, but he's not done. And Billy says, "To the amusement park." And Nora says, "Don't forget the bubbles, Coco." So then Coco sprays bubbles and they pop it and they're like, cool. Yeah. Nora says they need to find a way to win the game. And Nora says Max has his advice to make him smarter for his exam. But they can use it to make them smarter for the game night. So they leave. Barb says the wheel looks really clean. Hank says, I guess Max didn't rig it. Then Max and Colosso wave. Then Barb says they're not buying anyone a car. She guesses there's only one thing to do: win game night. Then Max is later. Billy is hooking up Nora's to Max's device. And Nora says they're going to be the smartest people in the house. Then Billy hits Nora then Nora sees herself in the mirror. Then Nora says, "Hey, that's her bow." And then Billy says, "Yeah, give it back." And then it starts lasering each other until Billy realizes, like, oh no. Nora's as dumb as him now. No, 2 Billies. Just kidding. Actually, yeah, Nora was turned dumb but the whole not two Billies thing, that was a joke. Then Hank tells Max to come to have some pizza before they start playing. Max says, sure, and Klaus says, they don't, hey, what are you doing? Don't eat with the enemy. Max says, right, they have to find a way to beat them, loser. Then Max gets a notification and Klaus says, Max's girlfriend is here to pick up her book. Max says she is not his girlfriend, and then he twirls in cologne. Then Klaus says, who? You're twirling a cologne cloud? Who are you? Literally. Max is being changed by Alison. Then Max gives Alison her book. Alison asks how Max's game night is going, and Max says, good, about to play Who Art It. Alison says she loves that game. At her summer camp, they played Who Art It all the time. She would cut loose and zip out a win every week. Max says, really? How would you like to be his partner for the game night? Alison says, guess someone would finally ready to meet his family. Max says she gotta meet him to beat him. What do you say? Alison says, sure, but she gotta call her mom. She calls her mom to basically be like, yeah, she's hanging out with Max, and she told her mom she was Max's girlfriend, which is kind of funny that Max is telling people he and Alison aren't dating, but Alison herself is telling her mom that they are, which is kind of funny that Max doesn't believe they are, but Alison believes they are. Max believes they aren't, but Alison believes they are. Back inside, Max tells Colosso he found a new partner. He picks up Colosso and says, sorry Colosso, but he found a new partner who can draw and doesn't smell like fish. And so is Colosso down the later slide. Colosso says Max will regret that. And Phoebe says, what did Max do with Colosso? Max says, mind your business. He found a new partner. And they say, new partner. And then Barb says, this must be, and he says, don't talk to her, she's trying to psych you out. Phoebe says, he can't switch partners last minute. He must be up to something. Yeah, but because they only care about not getting a new car, they brush this off and say, yeah, this means it's one last villain to a car. They'll allow it. Cut to Alison drawing good, and Max says, bedtime story. And Alison says, yeah. And Barb says, how could Hank allow this? Okay, yeah. So Barb literally says they'll allow it, but when Alison's shown to be good at the game, she blames only Hank. Because Barb is like that in this episode. She says yes to something, but then Alison is proved to be really good and could make them lose the car, make them win the car. So of course she's gonna try to blame Hank instead of herself because she was the one that said that she wanted it. So Barb blames herself because Barb blames Hank because that's how Barb is now. Yeah. Then Billy and Nora and Nora starts. Yeah. Then Nora, because she's dumb, starts answering questions even though Billy hasn't drawn anything. Then Billy's like, yeah, someone should go up next because he doesn't want to explain what's going on here. So Phoebe and Chloe are up next. And Phoebe starts drawing scribbles. It's meant to be a heart and soul, but Phoebe's a terrible drawer, so it's scribbles. Yeah, it's meant to be heart and soul, everyone, but Phoebe is not a very good drawer. Alison says, yeah, this is hard to watch, but she can't look away. Phoebe says, it's heart and soul. And everyone's like, yeah, it's really not. And Phoebe's like, that's okay, Chloe. They'll win the next one. But Chloe's like, I'm bored. I'm gonna go see my dollies, and teleports and runs away because 1, she was probably bored, and 2, they used Chloe's screen time up. Chloe appears at the end, but yeah, just saying that they used up her screen time for the episode. That's what I've been saying throughout this entire season, is that bringing in a new character like Chloe and not having her appear and not having her have a major screen time, it's really weird. It's just like okay, Chloe does appear sometimes at the end of the episode, but like this one where she shows up and then she sticks around, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. Hank says, tough break, Phoebe, but he secretly says, yeah, all they have to do is beat Max and Alison and they don't get a new car. But Billy didn't, but what about Billy? Billy didn't draw anything. How is he out? Like, he didn't get anything wrong. Nora was just too not smart to figure out the question. Okay. Yeah, Phoebe says, nice try, Max. Phoebe says she'll find a new partner. He's not going to get rid of her that quickly. Max says, it isn't fault Chloe ditched her. He'd never do that. Phoebe says, oh, please, he already ditched Colosso. Then Phoebe said, after, Phoebe gets the door for her new partner, Uncle Colosso. Yes. Okay, yes, Phoebe turned Colosso human so she'd have a partner, which is kind of interesting. It gives us to see more dangerous Snyder as a human since Hero was born. But yeah. Max says, what is Uncle Colosso doing up here? As in here. Uncle Colosso says, he's here to help his dear niece win this game. Alison says she's glad to meet another member of Max's family, like she hasn't met anyone else. And Colosso says, I thought this was family game night. As in the family, not the family's girlfriend, not the family's girlfriend. Okay, I just like the way that Danish says that line, like the way he says, I thought this was supposed to be family game night. Like that was such a good. Then Colosso tries to hit on Barb, and Barb obviously knows that's the real Colosso, so she wants nothing to do with him. So Barb and Hank, Phoebe tries to play it up by saying, they say, Phoebe, can we talk in the kitchen? And Phoebe tries to play it off like, what for? But they're like, Phoebe, kitchen, now. So Billy says they have to fix Nora's brain while no one's looking. So Nora yells, they're going to fix her brain. No one look. Like that's not what he said, but again. Alison says, this is weird. Max says, what is he talking about? And she says, that. She says, him. And then we see Colosso slurping water out of a water bottle. Max says, does Alison want a tour of the house? And Alison says she'd love to. And Max says, let's start at the back. He's already seen it already. And Alison goes, I guess, to see the back of the house. Nothing comes up of it, but Max says, what is Colosso doing here? And Colosso says he's looking for a shredded newspaper. So he has water, and he doesn't want to ruin Barb's couch. And Max says all the people he had to team up with is Phoebe. He thought they were best friends. Colosso says he were until he ditched them for Luma's bright eyes. Max says her eyes aren't bright anyway. Colosso says, Anyway, point is, Phoebe is his new best friend. But he can't stand her, but it'd be better than, he still can't stand her, but he's gonna win the car so Max can't get a traitor. Max says, Colosso's a traitor. Colosso teamed up with Phoebe. Colosso says Max threw him down the slide. Barb says she finally got all the Colosso cooties off of her. Hank says, what was Phoebe thinking? Turning Colosso human? And Phoebe's like, one word. She wants a car. And Hank says, one word. He's turning Colosso back. Phoebe's out of game night. Phoebe says, you can't kick her out of family game night. And Barb shows to Hank that Colossus and Max are fighting. So of course, since don't like each other, they allow Colossus to stay in the round, knowing that if the two teams take each other out, but also Billy and Nora take each other out, they win. And there's this whole joke where Hank says that they have to buy the car, but then Barb hits him, so Barb abuses him or hits him, so he basically says that. Then she says, "Oh right, they don't want the car," which is a running joke, which I don't like. It makes Barb kind of seem mean. She hits her own husband to remind him of the fact that they're trying to not win the car. It's a running joke, which I kind of feel odd about. Then in Max's lair, Billy hooks Nora's up to Max's device. Billy says, "Here's the problem. The device was set to stupid. Why would Max saying to that?" Then Nora says, "Her eyes are on fire. Her eyes shoot fire." And Billy says, "Now he sees why." And then he sets it to smart and pushes it and says, "Should be smart now." Nora starts speaking French, like just the way super intelligent Billy. "Je parle le français. Pourquoi je parle le français?" I'm not good French. I'll try my best. They shouldn't have been Nora French this episode, so I have a harder time speaking French. Billy says, "She's speaking French. Why is she speaking French?" Then Nora rolls her eyes, being like, "Come on, bro." And Hank tells him to get upstairs or they're out of the game. Again, they're doing anything not to win the car. And Barb says the category is French culture. Billy says French culture. She's good at that now. And Nora says, "Oui, oui." And Billy says, "You can oui, oui later. What do you know about French culture?" Which was kind of funny. That literally she was saying yes, yes. But Billy thought that he was saying you could pee later. Meanwhile, Billy sculpts the tower, and Nora says, the tower I fell." And then Hank tries to say, "It's the Eiffel Tower," but Bob's like, "Bro, Hank, she already got it right. She just said it in French. She's showboating." So they win, and Billy and Nora gets 10 points. So Phoebe and Costa were up, and Max says, "This is awful. He and Alison should be having the cat in the bag by now. Alison, maybe she should go. She wanted to meet his family, but this is getting too weird." Max says he really wants. This is getting really intense. Max says, "Who's intense? He's not intense. He really wants to win." Max says so Max uses telekinesis to make Uncle Cosmo lose. Phoebe says she's had with Max. She's had with Max. So since she can't use her powers, she hits Max with a pillow. Then they all start hitting each other with a pillow. Chloe's like, "Stop it!" and tells them to be nice. Okay. Good thing of returning Chloe back to the episode, but she just randomly comes in with her doll out of nowhere and just tells them that. Alison says, "What's going on?" And Max says, "It's Max's fault." Phoebe says, "Yeah, he's a cheater, he's a liar, and a cheater. Max doesn't deserve that car. He brought his girlfriend to win game night. He brought his girlfriend, the game night wizard." Max says, "Alison, he already told her, Alison's not his girlfriend." And Alison's like, "I'm not? I was such an idiot. And I was such an idiot." And she leaves. Clarissa says, "Max, you don't need Alison. Good riddance." Then Barb turns Clarissa back into a bunny, which is kind of what he deserved. And she says she wanted to do that all night. Max is like, what happened? And Phoebe's like, from girl to girl, Alison's your girlfriend, bro. And she's like, she is? And she's like, yeah. He sees, Max is like, Phoebe's like, think about it, Max. Every time he sees Alison, he's all worried about how he smells. Hank says, Max talks all about Alison, and Billy says, and also Nora doesn't say anything because she's French. So she just shrugs, which is kind of good character acting. Max, yeah. Billy says, Max sees Alison every day, and Barb says, he gets that look in his eyes when he thinks about her. The same way the same way, and Hank gets that same look in his eye every time he finds his couch chips. Okay, we did not need to know that, but okay. And he says, Max all went out and traveled in that car. What was he going to do? And Max says, run around with Alison. Oh man, she is his girlfriend. And Max sees Alison stealing Nora's roller skates. We actually don't know. But they seem too big to be Phoebe's. And they seem too medium to be Chloe's. So I'm just going to guess that they're Nora's. Alison says no. Her bike got a flat tire. She thinks something chewed the tire. Klaus is in the bushes saying, take that, bright eyes. Ha 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 ha. Man, yeah. Max says, look, Alison. He's so sorry. And she's like, for using her for a car? Meant to win. And Max says, yeah. Max says everything. The only reason why he wanted that car, so he could go to places with her. Max says, he never had a real girlfriend before. But if he was gonna have one, he wanted it to be Alison. He wanted it to be Alison. Max says yeah. So will she? Alison says, of course she'll be his girlfriend. Of course, Alison says, of course she'll be Max's girlfriend. And well, everyone is hearing this on the other side of the door. Eavesdroppers. Alison, yeah. And Alison says, next time, tell her she's going to be his game night wizard. She'll bring her a game fool. Max introduces Alice, goes back inside, and introduces Alison as his girlfriend to the family. Barb hugs Alison, but her mom called, so Alison has to leave, which was very weird. But yeah, saying that she'll meet Max on the porch from now on, and yeah, and Max says so see you tomorrow, and Max, because his family's there, kisses Alison on the cheek instead of the lips because his family's there. And Phoebe says the game night's over, but that's who gets the car. Barb says Phoebe and Max are all cheated and they're out. Barb says that puts her and Hank in first place. Actually, in the episode, Barb says second place, but she should have said first. So that's what I put in the script because it's an error. Barb says that they win because they got second place, but it's actually Barb meant to say first place. So that's what I put here. It says that Barb says that put her and Hank in first place. Billy says he and Nora are in first place, which means they win the car. Phoebe says Nora's her favorite sister. Then Nora says, merci beaucoup, merci Phoebe. It's not French stuff because I would have put it on here, but none of the play. But Netflix, where I watch this now, totally did not have it translated. So because of Nora's French speaking, Chloe says, "Say what now?" And Max says, "Did they mess with his machine down there in his lair?" Nora says, "Je ne comprends pas ça or pas." And Max says, "Sweet, he totally gonna pass his French exam." So I guess that's what it was actually intended to do. But they need to know that they cheated. Barb says that means they don't have to buy a new car. Thank goodness all the kids is terrible singing cheater. Hank says he and Barb have never been more proud of them. Then Billy goes to the door to tell Coco that they didn't get the car, and Coco leaves angrily to end the episode. So that was He Got Game Right. It's the episode that fully establishes the Alison relationship, and it also has Chloe being the best. But yeah, so I like this one. Next episode we get another Alison-centric episode. Oh no, why? They're doing the link thing. They're giving the girlfriends 3 episodes in a row. They're pulling a link on me, guys. They're pulling a link on me. I can't handle having 3 episodes of a girlfriend or boyfriend. You need to splice them up. But no. This episode is the 3rd Alison episode in a row. But it's the fourth appearance of Alison. But this episode is so yeah. So next episode we have Alison joins a play with this guy, Max. She has to kiss the guy. Max is jealous that his new girlfriend's gonna kiss this dude, so he has to hire Phoebe to audition for the play, so she'll kiss the Nate guy instead of Alison. Not gonna tell you about the B plot because I want to wait for the B. But anyway, yeah, the A plot is mainly another Alison-centric episode. So anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time for Kiss Me Nate. The 16th episode, the 14th episode, the 14th episode reviewed, the 14th episode aired, and the 16th episode produced. Technically, the episode 13 and 14 are episode 15 and 16 produced. But still. Also, I do plan on returning to Young Sheldon after I'm done this show. So yeah, after I'm done the movie, I'll start doing the Young Sheldon review. And then after I'm done Young Sheldon, I'll do the Mandy and Georgia show. And then after I'm done that, I'll do Big Bang Theory. I just want to follow the show in, not in release order, in chronological order. So you got Young Sheldon, Mandy and Georgia's First Marriage, then you got Big Bang Theory. Anyway, yeah. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time for more Thundermans. For Kiss Me Nate. The 3rd Alison episode in a row. These guys must have really liked Alison the way they liked Link. They gave us 2 Link episodes. They gave us 2 Link episodes back to back. And now Link's gone, they're giving us 3 Alison episodes back to back. They must have really liked Ryan Newman better than Brett Carnahan. But anyway, I'll see you next time. So yeah, this is a little bonus video at the end of my He Got Game video. As it's just been announced that the Thundermans will be coming back again, the 3rd time, for a sequel show. So yeah, Thundermans are coming back again, for the 3rd time, because after the movie, I guess, was popular. We'll get to that on the channel. And then, I guess since the movie was popular, now Nickelodeon was like, yeah, let's give the Thundermans their own sequel show. Which, don't know how the Thundermans Returns movie is, but obviously it was popular enough for Nickelodeon to want to give the Thundermans their own sequel show. And as I said, I will be doing that show. I'm a Thundermans fan, and whenever that show comes out, if I'm doing Young Sheldon, I will do the show as a Thundermans fan. Even if I'm halfway through Young Sheldon, I'll stop Young Sheldon to do all of this show, because that's what I do. I review shows. So even though I might want to finish Young Sheldon, even whenever this show comes out, I might be halfway through Young Sheldon, I might be done Young Sheldon, but Probably not done, but still. I don't know when this Thundermans show, it just got announced to be picked up by Nickelodeon. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying this because I'm super excited that we're finally getting more Thundermans content. I said that I wanted either a sequel movie or a sequel show. But since we're now announced that we're getting a sequel show to this amazing show and to the amazing movie. I'm just calling it an amazing movie. I've not seen it yet. I'm just saying it's an amazing movie. It's probably going to be an amazing movie anyway if I do see it. But I'm waiting until I finish the show in general to then watch the Thundermans movie. And after that, I'll have to wait to watch the Thundermans sequel show, which is based off of the Thundermans Returns movie with all the aged up characters. But, yeah. Who's excited for the Thundermans movie? I know. Who's excited for the Thundermans sequel series? I know I am. Anyway, yeah. Again, I didn't plan to make this, but then when Kira Constantine, who plays Phoebe, and Michael Clark, who plays Chloe, just announced this, I decided I have to make both separately announce this thing. I decided I have to make a video on this because even though I haven't seen the movie yet, I do know the ending a little bit. Colosso contacts a mysterious person. That's all I know about the movie is its ending, where Colosso, some mysterious villain, contacts Colosso. So could the show lead off from there? We'll have to wait and find out. But yeah. But anyway, that's it for this bonus video, and I'll see you next time when we review Season 3, Episode 14, Kiss Me, Nate. Yeah, just wanted to make this video on the show, on this big announcement of a sequel series, because with me currently doing the original series and planning on doing the movie, the movie, and now there's going to be a sequel series, a spin-off series based off of probably the movie. I'm excited for this. So anyway, yeah, see you next time, and hopefully we get this show, and I will definitely check it out, review it, and see. I'll definitely check it out, review it, and see what I like about it. But anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time for Thundermans Season 3, Episode 14, Kiss Me, Nate.